Saturday, July 13th, 2019, and we're set to take our fifth wheel Cougar to the northeast part of the United States over the course of the next 2 weeks, and we're going to be towing it with this Ram 2500. It's a 2016 model, and it's got about 45,000 miles on it, so I'm hoping she'll do well, and looking to go to Niagara Falls. We're going to leave out shortly this afternoon and head to Niagara Falls, and then we're going to go to Cooperstown, New York, to the Baseball Hall of Fame, and from there we'll go to Boston and check out Fenway Park, and then New York. I've never been to New York, so we're going to go take in a few days in the city, and we'll go from there to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and from Gettysburg to our nation's capital in Washington, D.C. We've got a lot of packing to do, and we're a little disorganized right now, but we're going to take a couple of Honda generators just in case we need some backup power. We're not familiar with the campgrounds we're going to be staying at, but we're in the process of getting everything packed up. Got a gas can, and should be on the road here in a couple hours. So that'll be it. Driving in eastern Kentucky, about 20 miles from West Virginia, heading to Charleston, West Virginia, and enjoying a beautiful evening, our first day of our trip. Not sure where we're headed exactly yet. We've got a decision to make whether to go through Cleveland or Pittsburgh. We'll make that decision later. We'll let Google Maps decide for us. But just pretty cool scenery with the roads literally carved out of the mountains. Driving on this hot day, it's about 88 degrees outside. My tire pressures are a little over what I want them to be. We've stopped just short of West Virginia. We're about a mile from West Virginia, and I'm going to let out some air in my tires. They're running about 87 PSI. That should do it. They say West Virginia is wild and wonderful. We're going to find out. Charleston, West Virginia. Finally arrived in the capital city of West Virginia. That is Charleston. Very small little city.
In half a mile, use the left 3 lanes to take.
Looking like we're making it into Ohio. Finally. We have found a rest stop near Cambridge, Ohio, and we're going to bunk down here for the night and head on up to Niagara Falls tomorrow. But we're trying to get set up, and we're on boondock camp a little bit tonight. Today's Sunday, July 14th. This is day 2 of our trip of the Northeast, and looks like Dad is emerging from the camper. We stayed at a rest area last night and stayed without any electricity, and stayed for free, just a stop on the side of the road. And now we got about 5 hours till we get to Niagara Falls, and what a gorgeous morning here in where are we? I think eastern Ohio. We've pulled off on a little rest stop on the side of Highway 5 on Lake Erie, and this is the public access trail. Absolutely gorgeous. It does have a fence up, so I guess it's no beach access. That is straight down.
I don't think I can take a picture. Take it for the... Can you believe that we're in New York and not in the Bahamas?
Okay, we've made it to Niagara Falls. This place is nuts. We're up on the observation deck. We're getting ready to do the Maid of the Mist, the boat ride. So that should be fun. Side note, I don't know how to swim, so I'm hoping there's life jackets. They're right, Braden.
I wish it rained. So
wish it would rain. Huh?
I wish it rained.
Oh. Okay. Wow. That's a long way down. Alright, this is the U.S. side. This is Rainbow Bridge that leads into Canada. And that, of course, is the Canadian side. Alright, we're in line for Maid of the Mist. Quite a big line, but it's about every 15 minutes, but I think it's about a 15-minute wait. But getting ready to hit the boat. Shortly. We're excited. Carl, you excited?
Very excited.
Braden, you excited? No? Amber, you excited? Yeah? Peyton?
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah.
We're excited. Alright, so we've boarded Maid of the Mist, and we're down underneath. I'm not sure which. I think that's the American Fall. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's the observation tower.
Presidents, kings, and countless other tourists from all over the world.
Oh, you can already feel the water.
Saltwater.
spectacular march lights take you to the living water and dust deep into the water. 1,000 years ago, falls were 7 miles, carrying 11 kilometers down the river and coasting. Now see the unprecedented reach because of erosion. Sometimes as much as 6 feet or 2 meters. The small falls to the right hand.
Wow.
What leads to the cave?
Yeah. That is Cave of the Wind experience in the yellow rain jackets.
Roger was rescued almost on this very same spot by a Maid of the Mist boat.
Hello, Canadian buddies.
To gain straight line to the Ocean Falls is Terrapin Bowl, which crosses the international borderline between the United States and Canada. Being fish for water plunges to a depth of 180 feet or 55 meters. The water that flows over the falls comes from 4 of the 5 Great Lakes. From here, the water goes down the Niagara River to Lake Ontario, then the St. Lawrence River, and finally to the Atlantic Ocean. Just to the right of the falls is the journey behind the falls.
This is intimidating. Oh my God. Yeah, let's zip line. Nope, I'll pass.
Here's the thing. We don't have passes.
Carly, what'd you think?
Amazing!
What'd you think? Brandon, what'd you think? It was okay. That was awesome. Braden's a man of little emotion.
Best $20 ever spent.
I agree. That was well worth whatever you pay for it.
Oh, hi.
Hey, give me your thoughts on Maid of the Mist.
See?
Anybody?
I thought it was
okay.
awesome.
Braden's okay.
I thought it was amazing, and I would definitely do it again. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, we had a really good time. That was a lot of fun. Well worth $20
A
Not
person.
for me.
Person. by
per
the way.
person. Yes, but What's that, Braden?
Not for me.
No. Hard man to please right there.
Yeah, prepare. Way up in them waves. On Maid of the Mist, one of my braids got soaking wet and the other didn't. Because it was in the poncho.
Hidden in the poncho?
Hidden in the poncho.
The free poncho. They give you a poncho.
And they say Maid of the Mist.
And it says Maid of the Mist.
Free $20 souvenir.
Yeah, exactly. What fun. There's our Canadian buddies.
Counterpart.
The red boat, or the red poncho wearers, embark on the Canadian side, and the Americans wear the blue on the American side. That boat is called the Hornblower, and ours is the Maid of the Mist.
USA, 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 USA. Sorry, any Canadian watchers.
What's your take?
Pretty.
Carly, what's your take?
Amazing.
I agree.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree.
Niagara Falls is the best.
Niagara Falls is awesome.
That's Canada behind us, by the way.
Way back there.
Way back there. We kind of crossed over into Canada for like,
It's where the Canadians live.
yeah. My phone gave me a notification, welcome to Canada, you might not be able to call and text.
Yeah, what was that all about?
So, we were in Canada at some point, even though, not really.
Oh well. So definitely 10 out of 10, Niagara Falls.
I highly recommend it, especially the
Maid of the Mist, man.
Yeah, okay. Maid of the Mist tour.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I'd like to do the thing where we go behind the falls.
That is Wind of the Caves,
Yeah,
I believe.
we don't have time to do that, but let us know in the comments if you've done it and it's good, because we might come back in a few years to do it.
Good possibility. Day number 3, July 15th, 2019, and we are still at Niagara Falls. This morning at the Cinderella Campground. It's it's about 7 miles from Niagara Falls, but it's a nice campground. It's fairly cheap compared to the KOA locally. We're heading out today, going to Cooperstown, New York, and should be about a 3.5 to 4 hour trip over to Cooperstown. So, again, today's July 15th, day number 3. Now we've made it to Cooperstown to the Baseball Hall of Fame, and my daughter, boyfriend Peyton, are along on the journey with me. Cooperstown is a really super cool town. I'm so excited. This is the Baseball Hall of Fame in the very small town of Cooperstown, New York. Just charming little town. Everything is baseball themed, baseball related. It's just totally awesome. That is the Baseball Hall of Fame. Taking a evening stroll through the campground.
Yeah.
Is that right, co-pilot?
Beautiful campground.
Beautiful campground.
Ain't bad.
Guys, you want in?
Hey!
We are at, what's the name of this campground?
Hartwick
Hartwick Heritage Campground in Cooperstown, New York. Lovely July evening.
If you want a wide open space campsite, they have them.
They have them,
And if
and
you
they
want
have
a
the wooded
area,
that we're in way behind us,
Reminds us of the home.
and it's well worth it. So Super nice campground. Fairly cheap too, if I'm not
Have a
mistaken.
dog park.
Dog park. Have an awesome dog park. We did not bring our dog this trip.
We brought the boyfriend instead.
We brought the boyfriend instead. No dog this go around. But pretty awesome campground.
We replaced our dog with the boyfriend.
Yeah. Tell me about it, Braden.
He's awesome.
Still with us back there, Dad? All right.
It's a pretty good looking arcade.
Tell me about it. Good stuff. Today's Tuesday, July 16th. Today would be day number 4 of our trip, and we are on our way to Boston. It's 5:30 in the morning here. We're still in Cooperstown, and I can't say enough what an awesome campground this place has been. And kind of hate to leave it, but what are you kids doing?
I'm doing our ratchet thingies.
Yeah, very nice. Did you get the other side?
Yep.
All right.
We're all ready.
All right. We're gonna hook up our safety brake.
It smells like poo back here.
It does. It's because the sewer is there. It's funny how that works. And we're gonna hook up our electric. Yeah. You guys ready to hit the road? I'm in Concord, Massachusetts, at the site of where the first shots of the American Revolution was fired here. This is the colonial side, with a statue today of a Minuteman, and firing across that bridge, the North Bridge, were the British soldiers. There's a monument across the bridge that commemorates the event, and across the bridge there's 3 British soldiers' grave that says they traveled 3,000 miles only to die for basically the crown. That's pretty cool. Again, this is Concord, Massachusetts, the Minuteman National Park. This is the Concord River. And this is the North Bridge. And again, this is the place where the shot heard around the world took place. Hey, good morning. Today is day number 5. We are in Boston, Massachusetts, at the Boston's Minuteman Campground. I think it's in a town called Littleton, Massachusetts, just about 25, maybe 30 minutes. I believe it's northwest of Boston. Really looking forward to traveling into Boston. I've never been. Lord, children, don't that breeze feel good?
It's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out.
number 6, July 18. Got myself, Peyton. Amber's climbing up on the back of the camper for some reason. Closing the flap, closing the kitchen flap. We're breaking down and heading down the road here soon. I had a big day yesterday, and we're recovering from that, and we're getting hooked up and going to hit the road on our way down to New Jersey today. Pulled over at a truck stop in Connecticut. Been pouring the rain on us basically since we left Boston this morning, and has turned our 4 hour drive into what's ultimately going to take about 6 hours to get from Boston down to northern New Jersey, just south of New York City. Mom, we're just now arriving from Boston. You want to tell me about it?
It's been a long, long ride, honey, I tell you.
Yeah.
The miles going less, we've added.
We just added, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4.5 hours took us 9 hours.
It took us, at least they like America here. It took us 9.5 hours to get from Boston to New York. Here we are, day number 7, and it's July 19th, and we are on our way to New York. We're headed to the Hamilton train station near Trenton, New Jersey, taking the train in to the city, and don't really have a game plan on what we're going to do. We're just going to go and just go, I suppose. But we spent the night and are staying the next couple of nights at Indian Rock Campground. I don't know the township. This is Jefferson Township. Does that sound about right? I think. But anyway, we're close to Trenton, New Jersey, and headed to New York City. Got my co-pilots with me in the back. Over here, it's makeup time for Amber, and we're hitting the road.
children, don't that breeze feel good?
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
We just finished up day 8. Second day in New York City. Got a car past me here. Apparently I'm not going fast enough. We're on a 2-lane road, but anyway, finished up our second day in New York City with a Yankees game and a tour of the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island, and a good time was had by all. Would you not agree with that, co-pilots? Yeah, good time. It was extremely hot.
Excruciating.
Yeah, very humid, very hot. Whew. It was over 100 degrees. It was over 100 degrees. But we had fun. So, planning on heading back to the campground now, showering up, and a campfire. Winding down day number 8. Day number 9, Dad. Day number 9.
Very good day.
We're in the Jackson Township of New Jersey. This was our stay for a couple days in New York, and now we're heading on to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. I think today's July the 20th, something like that, 21st, something like that.
It's a beautiful day.
But
nice and warm.
Nice and warm, and it's already, what is it, mid-80s already, low 80s?
I'd say.
It's warm. It's warm. It's just about 8 a.m. But got about a 3-hour drive to Gettysburg. Hoping to stop along the way and check out some things Pennsylvania has to offer before we get into Gettysburg. This battleground is at Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and along those tree line straight ahead of us is where the Confederate soldiers, led by Pickett, charged towards me at Pickett's charge, and ultimately cost the Confederacy the Battle of Gettysburg, and it was the turning point of the Civil War. And standing here in the middle of it, it is just unbelievably awesome to witness where it all took place. And 52,000 soldiers killed, wounded, captured in a 3-day battle, July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of 1863. The war goes on almost 2 more years, but this battle, the Battle of Gettysburg, is what turned the war for the Union Army and ultimately doomed the Confederacy. day number 10 of our trip, touring the Northeast. And I find myself this morning back at, this is July 22nd, I find myself back at Gettysburg. This morning I woke up and really wanted to come back over here. I wanted to see the backside, or Confederate Avenue is what it's called, of where the Confederate soldiers would have entered at Pickett's charge. And this is where I am along this rock wall, and way back through here is the field where Pickett's charge happened. Here is more of a direct view behind where the Confederate soldiers gathered before Pickett's charge. We're at the North Carolina Memorial, but this sign here, the Confederate line of battle, details where the Confederate soldiers were assembled. They came from behind this field back here on the third day, July 3rd of 1863, and charged that field straight ahead. And that again became known as Pickett's Charge. Standing here is pretty cool to see, and to kind of envision what went on here at Gettysburg. On this site where I'm standing, where it looks out towards the open fields of where Pickett's charge happened, I'm standing where Robert E. Lee rode out into the battlefield and met with his defeated soldiers, and knew that he had been defeated. And he streamed back across these fields from the failed assault, and here is where Robert E. Lee actually said, it has been all my fault. And this has been July 3rd of 1863, and a retreat back into those woods, and actually had rallied and thought about potentially attacking again, even though they'd lost miserably the first 3 days. Then Lee makes the decision to just retreat back southward from Gettysburg. Again, this is, the sign says it's Lee's shattered army, and Lee rides out here. This is actually on the battlefield, and meets with the soldiers that had returned from the field. Day 10. Heading from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania down to where, Amber? Talk to me.
DC.
Where you going? Going to, I think it's Cherry Hill Park in College Park, Maryland. Here we are at Cherry Hill Park, Maryland. Braden's playing hole number 14. The signature hole 14. You gonna be able to make this one, son? Right. A little short, playing 3. 3 it is. Nice work.
and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I am Sergeant Matthew of the 3rd Infantry Regiment, United States Army. Guard of Honor, to the unknown soul. The ceremony that you are about to witness is the changing of the guard. In keeping with the dignity of this ceremony, it is requested that everyone remain silent and standing. Thank you. United States Army.
So we're walking back all over DC, and we get towards the White House, and we see the helicopter on the front lawn, and we're assuming President Trump is headed to West Virginia. And there it goes. Oh, it's heading this way. That's pretty wild.
Probably the coolest thing that's ever happened to me.
Ever?
President Trump's cool.
Day number 13. Day number 13. We're on our final day of vacation. We're traveling home. We are leaving out of Cherry Hill Park, which is in College Park, Maryland, and we are driving home. We've got about a 7.5 to 8 hour trip home today, but it's been a wonderful trip. Started out in Niagara Falls and went to Cooperstown, New York. Went straight from there over to Boston, Massachusetts, New York City after that, and then we concluded here with 3 days in Washington, D.C. and toured our nation's capital. Good morning, Carly. Good morning, Peyton.
Morning.
They're not as thrilled as the adults are to be packing up. So that's it. Day number 13. Got a road trip ahead of us. Heading home today. We ready to go, people?
Let's go home.
You ready to go, Carly?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. My goodness.
I haven't been home in a month.
It has been a month. All right, here we go. Pulling out.